At last, I am going to the past to develop this time machine. I poured my entire life into this machine. At first, I had friends who supported me, and my family was with me as well. But during the process of developing the time machine, the enormous development costs left me buried in debt. I borrowed money from people around me, and when I could not repay it, everyone left me. In the end, even my mother, who had stayed by my side the longest, passed away. I felt sorry for her. But it's okay, now I will go back to the past, undo everything, and live as an incredibly wealthy man. And I will return to my mother, who stayed by my side until the end, and repay her kindness. The time machine worked without any problems, and I returned to the past. I met my mother again. Everyone who had left me in the future was once again by my side. As a way to become extremely rich, I bought Bitcoin and told my acquaintances it would rise no matter what. Most of my acquaintances bought Bitcoin. And at first it went up, everyone thanked me, and I instantly became rich as well. But the happiness was short-lived, and Bitcoin crashed dramatically. Most of the people who trusted me and bought Bitcoin suffered losses and lost their entire fortunes. They left me once again, just like before. Only my mother stayed by my side until she passed away. It's okay to fail, I can just go back again. Since I had already developed the time machine before, building it again was not difficult and did not require much money. However, due to reckless Bitcoin investments, I ended up buried in debt again, just like before I first returned to the past. If I go back again, I promised myself that this time I would not be greedy and would live happily with the small things. I returned again, as expected. My family and friends were all by my side, and my mother was there too. In this life, I decided to start a travel business. I lived a different life I had never experienced before. The business did not bring enormous wealth, but it was enough to live on. The new experiences even made it enjoyable. I made travel plans for my friends and family whom I had always been grateful for, and they all departed on the same airplane. And as if fate were playing a cruel joke, it happened again. In a plane crash, all my friends and family died. Due to a mistake in the travel agency's insurance, I once again ended up with a massive debt. Once again, only my mother stayed by my side until she passed away. No matter how many times I went back to the past, the result was the same. Everyone left me, and I ended up buried in debt again. There was no parallel universe. It seems the universe does not have multiple histories but follows a single predetermined framework. What is destined to happen will inevitably happen. And I realized that going back to the past is meaningless. Now I have decided to live in the future. That future might already be predetermined as well, but that's okay. I do not know that future. And that is why I want to live in it and see what kind of future will unfold. It is like a movie where the ending is already decided, but I have not watched it yet. But there is one thing I am curious about. Each time I return to the past, why did I never meet the version of myself who was already living in that time?